When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song.
I love these nachos.
I love our kickball league. Oh, I love this guy.
What's your name?
You know what I love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
From the Platte Valley Bank Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Lows dip down to about 14. Tonight, under mainly clear skies, westerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Daytime highs approaching 51. Tomorrow, mainly sunny skies. Partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow night, lows dip down to about 26. Mainly sunny and dry Sunday and Monday. Upper 50s Sunday, mid 60s by Monday. Currently, it's 36 degrees.
The views expressed by this program are not necessarily those of KOLT or the Nebraska Rural Radio Association.
righty. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, test. 1, 2. There we go.
News Talk 690 and 101.7 FM KOLT breaks away from regular programming for this special sports presentation. This is the High Plains Spas and Recreation pregame show on your home for the Western Nebraska Community College Cougars, KOLT, brought to you by High Plains Spas and Recreation, your spa headquarters in Western Nebraska and Eastern Wyoming. Now, with the High Plains Spas and Recreation pregame show, here's the voice of the Cougars, Chuck Schwartz.
Well, thank you. Good evening from the Cougar Palace on the campus of Western Nebraska Community College as the Cougars of Western Nebraska host McCook Community College in a women's and men's doubleheader. I'll talk about the men's match up after this game. Western Nebraska is leading the South Sub-region with a 7-0 record. McCook second at 6-1. So a win tonight would clinch the South Sub-region title for Western Nebraska. They own a 67-50 win at McCook in late January. Western Nebraska won a pair of games over the weekend at Trinidad and Otero to run their record to 21-5, which enabled them to move up to 21st in the national rankings this week. I'll look at the sub-region standings at halftime of this game. McCook, coached by Brandon Pritchett, comes in 17-10 with a weather-related win over NJC at home Wednesday night, 76-54, game that had been postponed from Tuesday. Western Nebraska, under first-year coach Ryan Davis, has won 8 straight, so a win tonight would tie for the 32nd longest winning streak in school history. If they close out the regular season with all wins, it would move them to 26th all-time. Western Nebraska is 7-1 at home, while the Indians of McCook are 9-4 on the road. Thanks for joining me for Cougar Basketball on KOLT 690 AM and 101.7 FM, also streamed on KOLT690.com. Individually, nobody from McCook in the top 50 in the NJCA stats this week, but Zozo Cipollina of Western Nebraska is 8th in free throw percentage and 43rd in scoring. Adelina Urtani is 15th in three-point percentage. Helena Cook, 13th in assist to turnover ratio and 39th in assists. LaRue Montiel is 33rd in field goal percentage. As a team, McCook is 23rd in defensive rebounds. Western Nebraska is 28th in points scored. They're 35th defensively in points allowed. Western Nebraska is also 9th in free throw percentage, three-point percentage, and overall field goal percentage. Western Nebraska is 15th in attempted threes, 8th in making threes. They're 42nd in assists. Next up, pregame show continues. I'll go over the top 25 rankings, then I'll visit with Coach Ryan Davis. You're listening to the High Plains Spas and Recreation pregame show. For hot spring spas and Green Mountain Grills, as well as RV and boat service, along with accessories, it's High Plains Spas and Recreation. They sell fun.
Look like a team, work like a team with professional uniforms from Ideal Linen and Uniform. Everything you need from shirts and pants, coveralls, lab coats, scrubs, and much more. Flame retardant garments and feature the Ideal Connect tracking system, so your uniforms will be tracked and returned professionally, clean, and pressed. Ideal Linen and Uniform is employee friendly, and with many employment opportunities, is a great place to start your new career. To see all of our open career opportunities, ideallinen.com. Ideal Linen and Uniform, locally owned and operated for over 100 years. For a free quote or job application, 506 South Beltline in Scottsbluff or ideallinen.com.
Here at Team Auto Center Body Shop, we've got over 75 years of experience. From minor dents to major collision and storm damage, we repair all makes and models. No matter how your vehicle got damaged, we'll make sure it gets fixed right and on time. Where you get your vehicle repaired is not your insurance company's decision. It's yours, and we will work hand in hand with your insurance company to make the process as smooth as possible. Team Auto Center Body Shop. Choosing the best is no accident.
The Cougars KOLT and online at KOLT690.com.
Logos is your home for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Shop the showroom or have something custom built at Logos, 1344 10th Street in Gehring. This week in the women's top 25 rankings, 13 teams stay the same, including the first 11. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. 8 moved up, 3 moved down, 1 came in that wasn't ranked last week, and it is a Region 9 team. All 12 first-place votes went to New Mexico Junior College. They're 25-1. Northwest Florida State right behind them at 23-1, ranked second. Chipola third. Three Rivers Community College out of Missouri fourth. Wabash Valley fifth. Shelton State is sixth. Dodge City seventh. Hutchison, also out of the Jayhawk Conference, 8th. McLennan Community College 9th. Gulf Coast State is 10th. And South Plains is 11th. Now our first change comes in 12, 13, and 14 as all 3 teams move up 1. Arizona Western is 12th. Florida Southwestern is 13th. And Pearl River Community College now 14th as they all move up 1. Trinity Valley made room for them. They fell 3 spots to 15th. Coffeyville moves up 1 to 16th. Eastern Arizona moves up a pair. They're now 17th. Odessa College falls from 16th to 18th. Murray State College and Eastern Florida each move up 1 to 19th and 20th, respectively. Then it's Western Nebraska Community College, 21st. They moved up 3 spots this week. Cochise College fell 4 spots. They're now 22nd. Grayson College up a pair to 23rd. Blinn College moves up 1 to 24th. And Casper College moves into the rankings for the first time. That's the other Region 9 team. Receiving votes, Southern Idaho and Salt Lake. Both teams Western Nebraska has played and lost to this year. When I come back, visit with the coach as the High Plains Spas and Recreation pregame show continues.
Find your adventure at Western Nebraska Community College. WNCC is the perfect place to start your journey with high-demand programs at 3 campuses, plus classes online. Apply and register today and see for yourself how WNCC can help you achieve your goals. Whether you're just starting your education, seeking short-term training, or looking to find a better career, WNCC has the programs and classes you want at a cost that you can afford. It's time to get Western.
Hi, this is Kelsey from Herstead Monument Company, here to remind you that Herstead's has been serving our area for over 100 years and looking forward to the years to come. We value and appreciate every single one of our customers and will continue to do so. Our team is committed to providing personalized, professional, and compassionate services with fair pricing and absolutely no gimmicks. Let's talk soon about the last best thing you can do for a loved one.
This is WNCC Cougar Basketball on KOLT.
Coach Ryan Davis joins me on the pregame. See Shane and his crew at Scott Swift Screen Printing for all of your winter sports needs. A pair of road wins on what I feel is the toughest road trip you have in the South Sub-region.
Yeah, well, apparently it is, because, boy, we showed up to Trinidad and weren't ready to really play. But, again, like you said, you know that trip. You're sitting on the bus for 6 hours and 15 minutes, and then you got to go play in a weird gym at a high elevation. So I think this time of year you escape with a win and you call it good. And then, I give them a lot of credit because the next day we showed up and just played great against Otero, and that's not easy to do.
Yeah. For people that don't know about the Trinidad Gym, it's an old WPA, a Works Project administration during the Depression when there was make work so people could make some money. It's not full length, not regulation court. Part of the overhang on the second level actually hangs out over the court. At one end, if you shoot and are off a little bit, you can catch one of the overhangs there with a shot that was taken in the middle of the court. So it's just a tough place to play.
It really is, and the referees even came over to us, and there's the goals that don't move up and down, and they hang over the court too. So even the nets, they said if the ball hits the net on the pitch ahead, it's out of bounds. So very weird. And of course they're used to it, and our kids aren't. And so the fact that we got out of there and we did play really well, I thought, in the last 5 minutes of the game, luckily, but kind of found our legs late and found a little confidence as well.
We haven't visited since that added game with the CSU club team, and it gave you a chance to play lots of different combinations, and some of the people that didn't get a lot of minutes usually had a few more. Do you think that helped the team?
I think it helps because, then we went and played Otero a couple nights later, and we were up, but we were able to kind of do the same thing, and I felt like, and I don't know if it was because of the club game or not, but the players that did end up playing in the Otero game that don't normally play felt way more comfortable, I thought, functioning in offense, playing with other people that they hadn't played together. I thought their confidence level as a whole was higher, and I can't imagine that didn't have something to do with the club game.
Yeah. Is it too simplistic to say that on nights you're not hitting threes versus the nights you're hitting threes, you're a whole different team?
No, I don't think so at all. I mean, we've been trying to establish an inside presence. I feel like sometimes it's grinding gears, and I feel like sometimes it's kind of trying to fit a square peg into a round hole a lot of times, if I'm being honest. And I think to myself, are we trying to make the team into something they're not, and should we just roll with what we got? I think the only other thing that, if we're not going to really be an inside team at times, is then, boy, we better go be crazy on the offensive glass, and I don't think we're quite there either. So, no, it's not a stretch at all. Luckily, we've been shooting it well, but I think that's the message the next couple weeks is, let's go be an offensive rebounding team then and just fly around because we have the athletes to do that.
Yeah. Sure helped the men's team the other night with that last second tip in to win a ball game.
Well, that was one of the coolest finishes I've seen in a while. I mean, that was incredible, and the timing for Bernie to get that up there, and it was very clear that it went in, and it was a great finish, and hopefully gives them some confidence and helps them roll along.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Cipollina picking up all kinds of honors, Player of the Week last week. One of your outside threats. My gosh, she's now tied for second in most threes in a season. Long way to get to Merle Wheel, who was a big D1 player on down the road. But still, to still have 3-4 games to go plus the postseason, and to be tied for second in most threes in a storied program like this, that says a lot.
It does, and I think it, for me, you kind of see the ups and downs of the season. She started really strong. I mean, in the Jamboree, she wasn't thinking. We hadn't put anything in yet, and boy, she shot it. And then she shot it pretty well at the beginning, and then, started to kind of go down a little bit. I thought, well, there's her freshman wall. And
how you doing?
I give her a lot of credit. We put her on the bench for a little bit, and some of it had to do with defense. And she responded, and she has played lights out the last 5 or 6 games here. Last time I checked, she's ranked 5th in the country in threes. I don't know if that's accurate anymore, but she's a kid that I don't think a lot shakes her confidence. I think she's just going to keep shooting it, and that's one of the best attributes, obviously, of a really good shooter. But a tough kid, and boy, she's playing really well right now.
One of the better shooting teams as a whole in the nation right now for your team. I looked, and you have 6 different players who have scored at least 20 in a ball game.
I didn't know that until right now. That's pretty cool, and we have talked about that at times. There'll be somebody that maybe doesn't have a great day, and you can tell on their face in the locker room. It's not bad body language, but it's kind of like, darn, I didn't play very well. But our message is, it doesn't matter. We have 2 or 3 people that step up every time, and we have no idea who it's going to be, and they kind of pick up each other's slack. And sometimes, honestly, it's Laura with steals, and and then sometimes it's Zoe shooting, and sometimes it's Adelina. Like, she went 8 for 8 last time we played McCook, and a lot of it was in that mid-post, high-post area. So it comes from all over the place, and hopefully that balance continues throughout the year, because I would love to not be as reliant on threes, but, hopefully we kind of chip in here and there from the whole team.
Yep. Well, a win tonight would clinch the South Sub-region, which means you would host the postseason, so big in that regard.
Yeah, it is, and Cheyenne and I, we were thinking about, are we going to tell them that? Do they even know? I don't know if they know. And we told them at shoot-around today, and they knew. So I don't think they quite knew that if we won today, and then even if we lost our last two, and we're trying to get them to know, hey, that's not what we're thinking about. But, yeah, it's a big deal, I think, from where we started. And, we want to stay focused on the task at hand. But if we're able to win it, I think from where we started, it would be a pretty good accomplishment, because I didn't think that was, honestly, I didn't think it was possible before the season started. So it's a lot of credit to them, and, we'll just go out and compete and see if we can get that done, and then keep that momentum rolling. That's what we got to do here.
Yeah. Well, best of luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thanks, Chuck.
Ryan Davis along with us. Starting lineups are next. You're listening to the High Plains Spas and Recreation pregame show. For Hot Springs Spas and Green Mountain Grills, as well as RV boat service and accessories, it's High Plains Spas and Recreation. They sell fun.
This has been the High Plains Spas and Recreation pregame show. Brought to you by High Plains Spas and Recreation, your spa headquarters in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. Today's game is next on your home for the Cougars, KOLT.
Hey, Scottsbluff Bearcats, Gearing Bulldogs, and Mitchell Tigers. Now is the time to get all your school spirit gear, and the only place to get everything you need is Logos in Gearing. Everything you need, sweats, hats, t-shirts, and sweatshirts at Logos. Bridgeport Bulldogs, Bear Tigers, Minutair Indians. Need something for the entire team or fan gear? Logos can do that too. They'll custom design it, print it, and have it ready for the first game. No job too big or small, that's Logos in Gearing.
Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Scottsbluff supports the WNCC Cougars, treating your chiropractic needs from newborn to 100 years old. Dr. Levi Bolin can treat all of your hurts, pains, aches, and injuries. If you are experiencing pain in your head, neck, shoulders, arms, mid or low back, or down to your legs, call for an appointment today. Advantage Chiropractic is also fully certified with Optum VA. If you know a veteran that needs chiropractic care, call Levi today. Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture, 308-633-1425. Go Cougars!
Your home for the WNCC Cougars, KOLT.
Our national anthem before the introduction of the starting lineup. Starting lineups are brought to you by UNMC College of Nursing in Scottsbluff. Learn to manage the complexities of acute and critically ill patients, family and community dynamics, and primary care at a premier academic health center. Begin your future at UNMC College of Nursing in Scottsbluff. For McCook, 17-10, coached by Brandon Pritchett. It'll be Madara Lipnisi, a 5'7" sophomore from Latvia, averages 12.7 points. Irene Pavicio, a 6' sophomore from Spain, averaging 6.8. Joanna Gerlach, a 5'9" freshman from Germany, 7.1 points. Carolina Perdomo, 5'8" freshman from Spain, 5.8 points. And Leia Altamira, a 5'11" freshman from Spain, averaging 6.8 points. For Western Nebraska, Lydia Hernandez, 5'7" freshman from Spain, 10.3 points. Helena Cook, 5'5" sophomore from Brazil, 10.2 points. LaRue Montiel, 5'8" sophomore from Spain, averaging 10 points a game. Adelina Urtani, a 6' sophomore from Latvia, 13.2 points. We'll talk about Ertani and Cipollona and some of the rankings they're in as we get to the latter stages of the year. Cipollina, 5'8 freshman out of Latvia, averaging 15.6 points. Cipollina's 19th start, Ertani's 26th. Montiel, Cook starting their 27th, that's out of 27. And Hernandez, her 12th start of the year. Western Nebraska in their white homes, dark blue numerals, some blue and gold trim. McCook in black uniforms with gray numerals and lettering, blue around the out part of their uniforms, and they'll be moving right to left. Western Nebraska left to right. Opening tips brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza, 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. It's love at 425 degrees. Don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club for a sweet deal. Change the way you pizza. Tip controlled by nobody. Now McCook comes up with the loose basketball. Altamira with it, gives to Leipnisi, the point guard. She'll handle it 90% of the time in setting the offense. Leipnisi picked up by Cook, goes left side with it to Gerlach. The German freshman hands away, now on the weave. They'll give it away again. Ball's tipped away. First turnover of the ball game goes against McCook. Cook into the forecourt, spotting up. Cipollina, the three rims out. Rebound, Montiel saves it inbounds. Cook trying to save it again, but it goes to McCook. So McCook ends up with the loose basketball. No score, half a minute into the first quarter of play. Leipnisi hooks the pass. Altamira with it, briefly dribbles to the right, now picks the dribble up, and it's stripped away from her. Montiel with it, but it's taken back by McCook. And now tipped out of bounds by Western Nebraska, so it'll be McCook to handle it. No turnovers there as the ball was just momentarily in each other's hands. Inbounding will be Altamira. Altamira gets it into Leipnisi. She'll drive on the right side, dumps the ball down low. Layup goes in. That'll be Pavicio getting the lead for McCook. Western Nebraska's second possession, basically, of the ball game, had a three miss earlier by Cipollina. Cipollina takes the pass in from Cook, fake to three, drives paint, loses the handle on it, and will have traveling called because she recovered it and fell down. So turnovers are even at one. McCook has the lead 2-0 in the basketball game. Just inside 9 minutes to go. Press on. Leipnisi looking, flips it in. It's taken away by Western Nebraska. Montiel misses the layup, however. Turnover does not result in points. Here's Leipnisi with it. Leipnisi gets it to Altamira. She's into the forecourt, changes hands on the dribble, takes it left side, backdoor cut, and the ball's intercepted down low. Another turnover against McCook as Hernandez came up with that one. Get it to Montiel. She drives paint, dips it back outside. Here's Cipollina, another three. This one's off the iron, and the rebound, Leipnisi of McCook. 2-0 yet. We've played nearly 2 minutes. McCook with the lead. Leipnisi being guarded by Montiel. Brings it across, tried to maneuver, now picks the dribble up. She'll give it off to Altamira. Altamira, right side, Gerlach. Gerlach drives on the baseline and puts it home. 4-0. McCook with the lead, just inside 8 minutes to go. First quarter of play. Another slow start offensively for Western Nebraska. Here's Ertani with it. She'll drive it on the left side. Loses the handle as it was tipped away. Got it back, saves the ball inbounds. Western Nebraska still with it. And I believe we are going to have to reset the shot clock here. And we had a player from McCook, Gerlach, needing to take care of a shoelace, as does Altamira. So it looks like we may have Cipollina coming out. She may have an elbow with a bruise on it, so she may have to have that attended to. Nope, she's okay on that. It's Dunka coming in for her. She's started 24 of the 26 games this year. Dunka, Cook, Montiel get the ball into the paint. Doubled, so into the corner. Hernandez. Three is off, and the rebound taken by Dunka. Dunka gives it to Cook. Lob into the post. Here's the drive by Ertani. Gives it outside. Three-pointer goes in for Montiel. First points for Western Nebraska. Now we'll have a foul against Western Nebraska on the press. This will go against Montiel and be her first. The first against either team here in the ball game. McCook will inbound at three-quarter court, still with the press on. Leipnisi will get the ball in, and Perdomo handles it for the first time. Perdomo brings it across on the dribble. Cook on her defensively now. Lob high post. Pavicio with it, squares up, hands on the weave. Altamira. Now Lipnisi, she'll drive in on the right side, puts it up. It's a little strong, and the rebound comes away to Urtani. Western Nebraska on the run. McCook back quickly. Bounce pass. Montiel, who has the 3 for Western Nebraska, gives it away to Urtani. Urtani back to Cook. Urtani takes the pass, top of the circle. Looking for a backdoor cut. It wasn't there. Cook open on the left side. Hits the 3. Western Nebraska has the lead 6-4. And there's 6:40 remaining in the first quarter. Ball brought across by Gerlach. She waits for help. She'll get it to Perdomo. Perdomo dribbles a couple of times to the right. Now lobs the ball down deep, and a foul will be called. It'll be 2 shots coming here for McCook, and sliding awkwardly on the baseline and going down was Pervicio. Let's hope she's okay. Gets up, heads back to the line. I think she's okay. She just landed a little awkwardly there. That'll be Urtani with her first, second against Western Nebraska, and it'll result in the first free throws of the ball game. Pavicio already with 2 points in the ball game, has 2 free throws coming here. Western Nebraska now ahead 6-4 after a couple of 3-point attempts go in. 1 for Cook, 1 for Montiel. First free throw goes in for Pavicio, so she has 3 of the 5 points for McCook right now. This one could tie it up. Pavicio puts it off the front of the iron. Rebound comes away. Urtani quickly in the forecourt. Hernandez. Montiel swing it to Cook. Cook, Montiel on the left side. Cook on the right side. Looks like a zone defense now. Ball comes inside, and that'll be 3 seconds called against Western Nebraska. Is trying to get set down there. Would have been Urtani, and the turnover gives it back to McCook. 6-5, Western Nebraska the lead. Lipnisi gets the ball into Altamira. Altamira, a couple of dribbles. Now Lipnisi with it in the backcourt. Brings it across, hooks a pass. Montiel intercepts. Tipped it away, comes up with it. She'll drive down, puts the layup up, and misses again. That's 2 layups she's missed in the ball game. Rebound, and here's Gerlach into the forecourt for McCook. Gerlach swings the ball across to Altamira. Altamira hands to Perdomo. Perdomo takes a screen, but does not take the shot. Goes to Altamira, now down on the block. It'll be Pavicio. Swing it around. Here's Lipnisi open, and she'll rattle the 3 home. First points for Lipnisi, and McCook takes the lead back. It's 8-6. McCook on top. Montiel across. Urtani with it. Montiel left side. Fakes right, goes left, drives baseline, reverses it back outside to Dunca. She'll top. The 20-footer goes in. Very strong, but it hit and banks home for the 2 points to tie it up at 8-all. Just over 5 minutes to go. First quarter of play. Open for a 3. Altamira airballs it. It's a rebound on the floor, and it'll be taken off by Dunca. Dunca ahead to Montiel. Montiel hands it back to Cook. She'll launch the 3-pointer. This one's off the left side. Rebound McCook. That's Perdomo with it. She'll clear it to Lipnisi. McCook a chance to take the lead back. Just inside 4:50 to go here in the quarter. Lipnisi gives it out to Perdomo. Perdomo, high post, Pavicio. Pavicio faking passes all over. Now gets rid of it. Perdomo with it. Ball's knocked away, and it's going to be scrambled for, and it's going to be tipped away by Western Nebraska. Turnover on McCook. Swing pass right side. Cook feeds down to Dunca, comes into the paint, puts it in off the glass. 10-8, Western Nebraska takes the lead back. Lipnisi with 4:05 to go as she crosses the timeline, calls out a play for McCook. McCook hasn't subbed as of yet. Western Nebraska 1. Pass on top, Lipnisi. She'll launch again and hit another one. That's 2 threes for her in the quarter, and the lead goes back to McCook. 11-10. 3:45 to go now, first quarter. Dunca with it. She'll drive on the right side, draws the foul, and it'll be an and one. Altamira grabbed on, trying to prevent the layup, could not, and will pick up her first personal foul. We're now going to have the media timeout, as it had been hot and heavy there for a little bit. With 3:40 to go, Western Nebraska has the lead back 12-11 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
The Cougars KOLT and online at KOLT690.com.
Floyd's Truck Center, your commercial farm and feed truck center, representing Freightliner, Western Star, and Harsh, is at 322 South Beltline Highway East in Scotts Bluff. Highway 92 pit stop, Velveeta's gas station and convenience store is ready to serve you. Monument Physical Therapy understands one size doesn't fit all. That's why they offer flexible treatment plans designed to fit any lifestyle. They have a board-certified orthopedic specialist who brings creativity and expertise together. We've had one tie, that was at 8-all, but we have now had a total of 5 lead changes in the ball game. This most recent one on the Dunca layup, making it 12-11. Western Nebraska on top. So a free throw coming for the sophomore out of Brazil. It's right at 75% from the line on the season. The team as a whole, 73.3%. Dunca puts it home for the old-fashioned three-point play. And it's Western Nebraska 13, McCook 11. Winner of this one will be in first place. If it's McCook, they'll be in a tie. If Western Nebraska wins, they've clinched first. In is Marta Perez, handling it for McCook for the first time in the game now. Ball brought to the timeline, passed on ahead, saved by Leipnisi on an errant pass there. Now Leipnisi loses the handle on it, but she gets the ball back. Perez with it, skips a pass across. Altamira get the ball down low. That's Peyton Cox in. She feeds it back out. Pass into the middle to Cox, taken away. Cook comes up with it following the fourth turnover against McCook. Cook gets the ball off to Hernandez. She'll lay it in. Hernandez makes it 15-11 after the fourth turnover against McCook. Leipnisi into the forecourt. Down by 4 now with 3 minutes to go, first quarter of play. Leipnisi picks the dribble up, needs help. Popping out will be Peyton Cox, a Juanita Palisade freshman who played great in the ball game down at McCook coming off the bench. She had 11 points, 5 rebounds in that ball game. Ball goes deep into the corner. Perdomo with it. It's taken away again. That was Cook for Western Nebraska into the forecourt with it. 2:35 to go. 15-11 Western Nebraska. Montiel handling it. Left side Hernandez. High post Asia Mitchell, who's in now for Western Nebraska. Back to Montiel. Montiel takes the screen, drives down on the left side, puts it up, misses. Mitchell has the rebound, however. Gives it outside. Cipollina misses the 3. Rebound. Montiel saves it in bounds. Off to Cook. She's open. Three-pointer rolls across the iron. Hernandez rebounds for Western Nebraska. Cipollina to Cook, back to Cipollina. Fake to 3, drives in on the left side. It's going to be blocked by Altamira. McCook with the basketball. Leipnisi quickly into the forecourt, doesn't have numbers. She'll work to the right corner. Now zips a pass clear to the left corner. Perez can't launch. She'll give it to Altamira. High post now to Cox. Cox, one dribble, backdoor cut, giving up a layup, putting it into the corner, and the three-pointer will go in for Perez. Perez with her first points. It's a one-pointer with 1.5 minutes to go. Western Nebraska up here in the quarter. Cook bounces it high post to Mitchell. Mitchell squares up. Cook with it left side. Takes the screen, goes to the free throw line, decides not to launch, gets it to Mitchell on the baseline, feeds down to Montiel. Montiel back outside Cipollina. Cipollina drives in the paint, puts it up. It was partially blocked. Rebound to Cox. McCook with the basketball, chance to take the lead, just over 1 minute to go, first quarter of play. McCook averaging just under 60 points a ball game. Western Nebraska 75. Left side pass, Perdomo. Perdomo hooks the pass low, and it's way high out of bounds. 6th turnover against the Lady Indians. 52.5 seconds to go. We're going to see Natalie Harmata, 5'10 sophomore out of Australia, report for McCook now. She, Perez, and Cox have now come off the bench. So 8 have played in the ball game for McCook, 7 for Western Nebraska. Montiel will handle the basketball, brings it across in front of the McCook bench, gives on the weave to Hernandez. Now it's Montiel. She'll drive, dishes in the corner. Cook's right corner three. Perfect. Her second, and it's a 4-point lead for Western Nebraska. We're now at a half a minute to go in the quarter. Bringing it across, Perez. Perez with Montiel dogging her every step of the way. High post, Cox with it. Cox dribbles to the right elbow, picks the dribble up. Couldn't do the backdoor cut, so now Lipnisi comes out to help out. 10 on the shot clock, just over that in the game clock. Lipnisi, who's hit a couple of threes, wanted one there, couldn't get it away. Here's a desperation toss that misses by Perez. Rebound Hernandez, she'll launch at the buzzer. It comes up short. And after a quarter, it's Western Nebraska 18 and McCook 14 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Here at Runza, customers always ask us,
Why do you trick us into eating cabbage?
No, they ask, when are you going to bring back the Italian Runza sandwich? And the answer is, right now.
Cool. The Italian Runza's back. What is an Italian Runza?
It's got ground beef, Italian sausage, black olives, mushrooms, mozzarella, and savory tomato sauce.
And no cabbage. What's Italian for sign me up?
Good question. The Italian Runza is back for a limited time. Runza makes it all better.
Intralinks has been supporting computer systems in our area for over 20 years. Intralinks can review your systems and your expenses to help your bottom line. Intralinks also installs low-voltage wiring, IP-based camera systems, and IP-based phone systems. With Intralinks on your side, technology isn't an obstacle, it's an opportunity for your business. Call Intralinks today to schedule your free 1-hour consultation. 308-256-3515. That's 308-256-3515.
This is WNCC Cougar basketball on KOLT.
Well, we had 5 lead changes, 1 tie in that first quarter. Western Nebraska leads at 18-14 as we move to the second quarter of play. Let's see, we're going to have Cipollina, Montiel, Cook, Hernandez, and Mitchell for Western Nebraska. For McCook, they'll bring out Harmata, Lipnisi, Perez, Cox, and hiding over there on the far side, that'll be Miriam Volquist for the first time in the game. Montiel brings it across. Western Nebraska had it on the alternating possession arrow. Working left, nothing there. She'll have to go way outside to Hernandez with it. Hernandez drives paint, dishes it into the corner. Cipollina for 3, but it's short. And the rebound to Volquist of McCook. Give it to Lipnisi. Western Nebraska has 3 threes, none by Cipollina here in the quarter, however. She's the one we'll be talking about in a little bit if she makes one as she moves up the all-time list. Lipnisi wide open for a 3 behind the screen, but it rims out. Hernandez rebounds, one of the better rebounders for Western Nebraska despite her low height. Cook's open for a 3, but it's off the iron too strong. Long rebound, Lipnisi of McCook. She turns it into a dribble, brings it up quickly. Goes left corner with it to Perez. Perez out onto the elbow, takes it clear to the top of the circle. Volquist with it right side. Lob down to Cox, she'll lay it in. Mitchell was trying to front on her, and Cox got the pass for an easy layup. 18-16, Western Nebraska, a minute into the second quarter. Cipollina in the corner to Cook, high post Mitchell. Mitchell can't find anybody inside on the break, so she'll give it to Cook. Cook taking the screen to the free throw line, pulls up, will take a 15-footer, and it rolls all the way around and comes out. Mitchell had the rebound and is going to be fouled. Mitchell got the rebound, sneaking inside the McCook defense, and it'll be Cox picking up the foul. That'll be her first, second against McCook here in the ball game. So neither team with a lot of fouls, so nobody in trouble there. Let's see, Mitchell comes out for Western Nebraska. Let's see, Ertani is in. Montiel will inbound on the right side. Flips it out. Cipollina, long 3, count it. Cipollina's first points, and that moves her into second all-time for the most threes in a season for Western Nebraska. And Cipollina, only a freshman. Here's McCook handling it well. Nice backdoor cut, and the reverse layup will go in for Natalie Harmata. Harmata cuts it to 3, 21-18, Western Nebraska, thanks to Western Nebraska's 4th 3 of the ball game. Ertani with it, fake, drives, it's blocked from behind, and it'll be out of bounds off of Ertani. Good defense by Cox of McCook that time. 8 minutes and a second to go before halftime. 3-point lead, Western Nebraska. The press is on. Perdomo inbounds it. Volquist with it, gives it back to Perdomo. Perdomo races into the forecourt with a left-hand dribble on the left side. Cook cuts her off. Now has to swing the ball over to Volquist. Volquist picks up the dribble after trying to drive. She's open. She'll take the 15-footer. It's off, and the rebound comes away to Western Nebraska. Ertani with it. Montiel, long pass ahead to Cipollina from NBA range. This one's just off the iron short. Rebound comes away. McCook's Perdomo brings it across on the dribble after getting the rebound. Perdomo picks the dribble up. Montiel draped on her out there trying to knock it away. She'll get the pass off just ahead of the 5-second count to Harmata. McCook with it. Harmata picks the dribble up. Now she needs some help. Dumps it into the middle. Volquist finds an opening and drives and hits the layup. Western Nebraska dropped off the defense on her, and it's a one-point game, 21-20. Western Nebraska leads. Cook, high post, Ertani. Ertani to Cook on the left elbow. She's already hit a couple of threes in this game. Drives to the free throw line, bounces it outside to Cipollina. Cipollina, nice spin move into the paint. 10-footer, though, rolls all the way around and comes out. Cox rebounds for McCook to Perdomo. Get it on ahead. Gerlach in the forecourt. Gerlach to Cox. Cox waits, gives it back outside. Perdomo with it. Don't have the point guard Lipnisi in right now, so Perdomo's handling it out top. Knocked away by Montiel, picked up by Perdomo. Perdomo with 7 on the shot clock. Volquist. Here's Volquist driving to the free throw line, puts up a shot. It's an air ball, and that'll be a turnover against McCook. Good defense by Western Nebraska. Dunca will come back in, and Montiel will take a breather. Western Nebraska leading it by a point, 21-20. We're going to see Pavicio back in for McCook. A little press on by McCook here also. Hernandez inbounds. It'll be Cook to bring it up. Perdomo on her, but she backs off to the timeline. Cook brings it across, changes hands on the dribble. Hernandez now right side. Cipollina. Dunca taking a pass inside. It'll be a foul on Gerlach coming over the top. That'll be her first, second in the quarter against McCook. As I said, not a lot of fouls, so nobody in any trouble here. 3 for McCook, have 1 each. 2 for Western Nebraska with 1. Bounce pass comes into Dunca in the paint. The 10-footer bounces around and goes in. Boy, she already has 9. Her high this year's 22. 23-20, Western Nebraska. Perdomo across. Picked up now by Katie Vieira, who's in for Western Nebraska. High post, Volquist with it. Volquist will fake, goes to the right, has a huge height advantage and hits as Cook was on her defensively. Volquist, a 6-footer. Cook listed 5'5". 23-22, and the ball's going to be thrown away by Western Nebraska as Cook anticipating a cut by Hernandez that did not happen. First turnover of the quarter, third of the ball game on Western Nebraska. McCook has 7 in the game right now. Western Nebraska drops off to a half-court defense. Perdomo across, zips it down onto the baseline, looking low, nobody there, so it's back out to Perdomo. Get the ball onto the wing. Here's Gerlach. The 10-footer goes in. Gerlach, second hoop, and it's 24-23. McCook with the lead. 5 minutes to go now. First half. Vieira handling it, fakes, drives right, skips the ball. It's a bad pass, and it's intercepted. Consecutive turnovers on Western Nebraska. McCook leads by 1. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Perdomo with it here in the first half of action. Perdomo dribbling toward the right side. Vieira on her. Picks the dribble up, goes high post with it. Gerlach's open, another 15-footer, and this one goes in. She's hit 2 in a row. Western Nebraska will take timeout. 26-23 McCook, 4:33 to go here in the first half on the Wesco scoreboard.
In many sports, a winning team needs strength, strategy, and amazing execution. The same is true for investing. Wells Fargo Advisors is here to help you reach your goals with customized strategies and sophisticated planning tools. Wells Fargo Advisors, professional advice, innovative insights, a team that's invested in you. Call Ryan Windhorst today at 632-7561. That's 632-7561.
Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network LLC, member SIPC, is a registered broker-dealer and a separate non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo & Company. Practice name is a separate entity from WFAFN.
When you're invested in making sure your truck and trailers stay in great working order for years to come, you need knowledge and skill you can count on. Hi, this is Sean Pickett with Floyd's Truck Center, here to let you know that our certified technicians are trained and dedicated to maintaining and servicing your Freightliner and Western Star needs. Here at Floyd's Truck Center, we take pride in ensuring quality and timely repairs. When you think of exceptional quality and service, our team at Floyd's Truck Center will go above and beyond to get you back on the road. Give us a call at 308-632-2911 and we'll be happy to assist you in making an appointment.
The WNCC Cougars play here, KOLT.
Might mention a few streaks Western Nebraska has going right now. 15 straight games, they've scored 60 or more. That's 11th all time. A win tonight would be their 9th straight. That would tie for 32nd all time. And allowing less than 80 points a game, 34 straight games. If they would do it again, that would tie for 8th all time. But right now, McCook has the lead, 26-23. Cook with it following the Western Nebraska timeout. Montiel, right side, goes into the corner with it, Ertani. And Ertani has it knocked away. It'll be out of bounds. It's off of McCook. So Western Nebraska avoids a turnover there as it was deflected on the baseline by the McCook defense. Hernandez will inbound halfway out into the right corner. Slaps the ball, flips it deep. Cook with it. Swing it to Montiel. Fakes, drives, puts it up. It's rejected out of bounds. They'll say it went off Montiel. So a turnover on Western Nebraska. 4:16 remains, 26-23. McCook leads here in the second quarter. Press on. Gerlach with it. Back to Perdomo. Perdomo dribbling slowly up, now picks the pace up, brings it across the timeline, flips the ball to Volquist. Volquist, who didn't play much in that earlier game, and there will be a foul away from the basketball going against McCook. That'll be Vicio picking up her first, and that is a turnover against the Lady Indians of McCook. So Western Nebraska down 3 will have the basketball, and Hernandez inbounds to Cook against the press. Leipnisi is back in. She'll be on Cook defensively. Cook has it across the timeline, bounces it to Dunca outside the arc. Dunca waiting for cutters, nobody inside, so Cook has it. Cook working to the right side, but Leipnisi fights through. Hernandez with it. Hernandez gets it to Montiel. Montiel backs off, now fakes, comes into the paint, dishes to Dunca in the corner. The three's too strong. Montiel tips the ball away. It's out of bounds off Western Nebraska, and McCook will have a team rebound with 3:34 remaining. 26-23 McCook. They've scored a dozen points this quarter already. Western Nebraska only 5. Press on. Gerlach. Leipnisi, long pass, and it's way too long, eluding the outstretched hands of Pavicio for another turnover against the Lady Indians of McCook. 26-23, Western Nebraska has not scored since 5:55 to go, so it's nearing 2.5 minutes of a drought. Montiel takes the pass, left wing, Dunca with it. Dunca back to Montiel. Montiel trying to drive in, was cut off by Gerlach. She'll hand on the weave to Hernandez. Hernandez comes into the paint, takes it low, skips it back out to Cook. Cook thought about the three, decided no, goes to Ertani. Ertani doubled, and we're going to have the ball to Hernandez, and we're going to have a shot clock violation against Western Nebraska. That was excellent defense by McCook that time. Western Nebraska didn't come close to getting a good look at the hoop. Inside 3 minutes to go. McCook by 3 here in the latter stages of the second quarter. Volquist will give it to Leipnisi. Lipnisi picked up by Hernandez. Flips it to Volquist. High post, Pavicio. Give it back to Volquist. Dishes into the corner. Lipnisi. The three won't go. Rebound tipped outside. Western Nebraska has it. Ertani with it. Ertani to Cook. Cook. Hesitation move. Gives to Hernandez. Right corner. She'll drive and has the ball taken right out of her hands. Here comes McCook the other direction. That's Gerlach driving. Flipping it up and in. Gerlach didn't even look like she had her eyes on the hoop, but made it anyway, and the biggest lead for McCook at 28-23. Western Nebraska scoreless for the last three. Into the corner trying to change that, but no, Ertani's three won't go. Rebounds knocked out of bounds off of Gerlach. Western Nebraska will bring Cipollina back into the ball game. Western Nebraska has 4 threes. Cook has 2 of them. Montiel has another one. And let's see, there was another here. Cipollina got the one this quarter. Dunca takes the inbound pass, fakes the handoff, drives into the paint, takes a tough 10-footer. It's off the front of the iron. McCook has it. Lipnisi turns the rebound into a dribble. Western Nebraska back quickly, but Lipnisi drives, puts it up and in. Lipnisi having a much better floor game than she had the other time. And now we've had a technical foul called on Ryan Davis as he was protesting the contact there by Lipnisi. So it's going to get worse for Western Nebraska here if the free throws go in. Minute 46 remains. It's a 7-point lead for McCook in the ball game, and Lipnisi is going to shoot the free throw here on the technical. So already a 7-point lead for McCook in the quarter and a chance to really extend that here. First free throw goes in. Lipnisi, a 72% free throw shooter on the season. She already has 9. This one misses, so 9 points. She had 13 along with 5 rebounds and 5 assists in that earlier ball game in McCook. She was their leading scorer. And now McCook with the basketball, of course, following the technical. So it'll be Volquist to inbound it. Volquist gets it in. Perdomo tight-roping the sideline, gets the ball to Volquist. Now Lipnisi. Lipnisi goes high post. Perdomo. Perdomo goes underneath. Volquist knocked the defender down and scores for her 6th point. A 9-point lead, 10-point lead, 33-23. And now we'll have a foul on Perdomo. No, excuse me, that'll be Pavicio. Pavicio will pick up her 2nd. And it will be Western Nebraska to inbound here on the side. We're going to see Cox come back in for McCook. Pavicio will go out with that 2nd foul. Not a huge difference, but you still don't want her to pick up a 3rd here before halftime. 33-23, it's all McCook here in the 2nd quarter. Dunca will get the ball into Cook, bounce it to Hernandez. Dunca in the paint, turns, puts it up, it's rejected, but Dunca gets it back, and her pass is intercepted. Another turnover on a disjointed Western Nebraska team right now. Perdomo across. Little over a minute to go in the quarter. Perdomo flips the ball down to Cox. She'll spin inside and score. They got a switch there, and Cox, much bigger than the defender, scores to make it a 12-point lead. 50 seconds to go. Get it down to Dunca. She makes a pass on top. It'll be an over and back against Western Nebraska as they fail to make connections. And boy, 7 turnovers in the quarter for Western Nebraska. Only 2 points, and they trail 35-23. McCook has the ball. It'll be Lipnisi to inbound. Hernandez on her defensively now as Lipnisi picks up the pace. Has it knocked away, but she gets it back. Now Cox with it. Cox dribbles to the right side, hands it away, gets it right back from Gerlach. Outside to Lipnisi. Shot clock now at 10. Lipnisi on the left side. Boy, she's been hot. 9 points here in the quarter. Taking it left side, loses the handle, picks it up, throws up a prayer. It's off, and the rebound tipped outside. Western Nebraska has it. Cipollina brings it forecourt in a hurry. 10 seconds to go. Cook with it. to Hernandez. Hernandez will drive in on the right side, lays it up and misses. And the rebound to McCook, and we're going to halftime with McCook leading it 35-23 as Western Nebraska only 5 points in the quarter, 21 for McCook as they take control of the ball game. We're at halftime, 35-23, McCook leading Western Nebraska.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we don't say 2 birds with 1 stone. We say 2 damages with 1 deductible. With us, if your home and auto are both damaged in 1 storm, you only pay 1 deductible. Talk to an agent about our 1 deductible advantage.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Sean Harvey at 308-275-1313 and Josh Hansen at 308-430-5670.
It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
5-time Pinnacle Award winner, Well Life Assisted Living at Scotts Bluff. We have multiple apartment styles to fit your needs, as well as our top-of-the-line care team from trained and experienced team members. From daily activities to our 5-star dining experience, Well Life at Scotts Bluff is the premier assisted living community in Scotts Bluff. To learn more about our care and rent specials, give us a call at 308-632-1760 or visit us online at WLScottsBluff.com. The Cougars KOLT and online at KOLT690.com.
Western Nebraska trailing McCook at halftime 35-23. McCook thoroughly dominating in the second quarter of play as they outscored Western Nebraska 21-5. I believe that's the first quarter this year Western Nebraska's been in single digits. It was quickly 4-0 McCook in the first couple of minutes. Western Nebraska took their first lead at 6-4 on a pair of threes, but McCook had it tied up at 8. And then we had a series of lead changes. It was 12-11 Western Nebraska, 3:40 to go in the quarter. Later, Western Nebraska, with 32 seconds to go in the quarter, scored to make it 18-14. That's where we were after the first 10 minutes. Then 21-16 was the biggest lead Western Nebraska had in the second quarter, but it was all McCook after that, as McCook outscored Western Nebraska after that 21-16 lead, 19-2. McCook dominating the rest of the quarter. We'll get the totals coming up here for you right after this timeout at halftime. Western Nebraska trailing McCook big time, 35-23.
Fun facts about owning your own hot tub, courtesy of High Plains Spas and Recreation. Relaxing in your spa before bed helps soothe your aches and pains, allowing for a deeper, more rewarding sleep. Hot Spring Spas offers features like entertainment systems with Bluetooth capability, waterfalls, LED lighting, volcano jets, and more. Yes, sleeping like a baby is just one great reason, but there's plenty more. Stay tuned or stop into High Plains Spas and Recreation, where they sell fun. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, 1725 East Oberlin, Scotts Bluff.
Take advantage of volume discounts during Westco's Cenex oil sale. Restock your lubricant and grease needs for 2025, and as an added bonus, earn a $50 Visa gift card with every 100 gallons of Cenex product purchased. Don't delay. These programs expire February 28th, so contact your local Westco representative today. Westco. Service, solutions, success.
Westco's your best value through and through.
Today is the day to get a sweetheart of a deal at your local Viero. Get started with an iPhone 16 BOGO. Buy one, get one on us with qualifying trade, ASP, and select unlimited plan line. For the kids in your life, get them the Explorer X6 Play smartwatch, a device built for their safety and your peace of mind. Now just $10 per month with bundled smartwatch plan. Shop these sweet deals and more at your local Viero or online at Viero.com. Taxes and fees required. Additional restrictions may apply.
Snakes, zombies, sharks, heights, speaking in public. The list of fears is endless. But while you're clutching your blanket in the dark, wondering if that sound in the hall was actually a footstep, the real danger is in your hand, when you're behind the wheel. And while you might think a great white shark is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is WNCC Cougar basketball on KOLT.
Let's look at scoring for McCook, and when we look at the numbers, they're courtesy of Dr. Levi Bolin at Advantage Chiropractic in Scotts Bluff. Start to get back to better health at Advantage Chiropractic. Call 633-1425. For McCook, they have been led by Madara Lipnisi with 9 points. She's 1 of 2 in free throwing, a couple of three-pointers to her credit. 8 points for Johanna Gerlach, all from the floor. Then it's 4 points. Peyton Cox out of Juanita Palisade had a good game the other time down, and McCook came off the bench for 11. She has 4 in this one. 3 points each. Irene Pavicio, she's 1 of 2 in free throwing with a field goal. 3 for Marta Perez on a 3-point bucket. Natalie Harmata has 2, playing but not scoring. Carolina Perdomo, Leia Altamira. So 9 have played, 7 have scored in the game for McCook. Looking at Western Nebraska, 9 for Dunka off the bench. She's 1 of 1 in free throwing, everything else a 2-pointer. 6 for Helena Cook on a pair of 3-pointers. 3 points for Laura Montiel on a 3. Zozo Cipollina also with a 3. Lydia Hernandez with 2, playing but not scoring. Asia Mitchell, Adelina Urtani, and Katie Vieira. So 8 have played, 5 have scored for Western Nebraska. We'll look at team stats when we come back. Again, McCook 35, Western Nebraska 23 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Scotts Bluff supports the WNCC Cougars, treating your chiropractic needs from newborn to 100 years old. Dr. Levi Bolin can treat all of your hurts, pains, aches, and injuries. If you are experiencing pain in your head, neck, shoulders, arms, mid or low back, or down to your legs, call for an appointment today. Advantage Chiropractic is also fully certified with Optum VA. If you know a veteran that needs chiropractic care, call Levi today. Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture, 308-633-1425. Go Cougars!
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask Travis Hawk about Shelter's life insurance coverage options.
Your home for the WNCC Cougars, KOLT.
Western Nebraska down at halftime 35-23, and when you look at the shooting stats, you can see why. McCook, if you're ready for this, is 12 of 14 on 2-pointers. That's 86%. Western Nebraska's 5 of 17 for 29%. On 3-pointers, Western Nebraska 4 out of 15 for 27%, well below their average on the season. They've been hitting 35. They had 46% in the win at McCook, just to give you some comparison there. McCook 3 of 8 for 38% overall. McCook's hitting 68%. Western Nebraska 28. Western Nebraska's had 1 free throw. That was from Dunka. She made it, so they're 1 for 1. McCook's 2 out of 4. Lipnisi and Pavicio each 1 out of 2. Rebounding, Western Nebraska slight lead 17-15. They've been led by Urtani with 4. Dunka and Hernandez have 3 each. For McCook, out of their 15, 6 of them from Lipnisi, the point guard. Then 2 for Perdomo and Altamira. We'll look at some more stats. We'll also look at what the sub-region standings look like. We're at halftime. It's all McCook right now, 35-23 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Are you ready to put down roots into a home you love? Hi, my name is Jennifer Yurdiellis, and I'm a loan officer at Castle & Cook Mortgage. I've been proud to serve the great people of the Panhandle since 2015. If you're ready to make the leap into home ownership, give me a call at 308-220-0503. That's 308-220-0503.
Jennifer Yurdiellis, NMLS ID 1059626. Not all who apply will qualify. Equal housing lender, Castle & Cook Mortgage, LLC, NMLS ID 1251. Winkler Electric, the doctors of electricity, have been serving the area for over 50 years. Chuck, Jeff, Rick, and Taylor can handle all of your residential, commercial, and farm electrical needs. Whether it's for new construction, remodeling, or repair needs, think Winkler Electric in Scotts Bluff. Winkler Electric, quick as a wink. 635-1013.
The Cougars, KOLT, and online at KOLT690.com.
Let's look at sub-region standings for the women in the South. Western Nebraska 7-0, McCook 6-1. Boy, the way McCook played in that second quarter in particular, that could change to a tie if Western Nebraska can't rally back here. Lamar and Trinidad are both 3-5 in the South sub-region. NJC is 3-6. Otero is 1-6. In the North sub-region, Casper's 8-1, Gillette 6-2. Western Wyoming 5-3, Northwestern out of Powell 4-6. LCCC from Cheyenne and Eastern Wyoming from Torrington are tied at 3-6, and Central Wyoming and Riverton is 2-7. In the men, let's look at the South sub-region. Of course, we'll have the men's game coming up after this one. Trinidad 6-3, Lamar 6-4. Western Nebraska is 5-4. North Platte and Otero are 4-4, NJC 4-6, and McCook is 2-6. In the men's North sub-region standings, Gillette 7-1, Casper 7-2, Northwest is 6-4, LCCC 4-5, Western Wyoming 3-5, Central Wyoming 3-6, Eastern Wyoming is 1-8. In games tonight, Otero is at Lamar and McCook here at Western Nebraska in the South. And in the North, Gillette's at LCCC. Tomorrow, Northwestern's at Western Wyoming, Gillette's at Eastern Wyoming, and Central Wyoming is at Casper. More coming up here on the halftime. Both teams out shooting around. It's 35-23 McCook on the West Coast scoreboard.
Why not show it off? You take pride in your business, your team, your customers. Why not show it with help from Scottsbluff Screen Printing and Embroidery? Custom banners and flags are tremendous promotional tools, but they can also help you out with pins, magnets, koozies, and just about anything you can think of. If you have it in mind, Scottsbluff Screen Printing has many great options. They also build custom trophies, plaques, medals, and more. If you can say it, they can print it. Get in the zone with Scottsbluff Screen Printing, 1813 Broadway, Scottsbluff.
The Simmons Olson Law Firm has been a proud member of the Scottsbluff Gearing community for decades. Our lawyers and staff are committed to our community. The Simmons Olson Law Firm sets the standard in legal representation to help you solve problems and provides help and monetary support to many organizations in our community. Whether supporting our student athletes in schools or many organizations that help those in need, the lawyers and staff of the Simmons Olson Law Firm are committed to making our communities thrive.
This is WNCC Cougar basketball on KOLT.
Not much else in the stats to bring you, although bench points, McCook with a 15-9 advantage, Dunca with all 9 for Western Nebraska. Second chance points, 3-0, Western Nebraska. Off turnovers, McCook a 6-5 advantage. Turnovers are even at 9 apiece. Here at halftime, Western Nebraska had 7 in that disastrous second quarter for them, while McCook had 6 in the first, only 3 in the second quarter. So McCook outplaying Western Nebraska in the first half, has a 12-point lead at intermission. Western Nebraska 21-5. They've won 8 straight, 13 out of 15. McCook has won 3 in a row, 8 out of their last 10. And McCook with a good away record, 9-4 on the road this year. Western Nebraska 7-1 at home. But right now, McCook not looking at those stats at all as they dominate in play here in the first half of play. After that first quarter that was nip and tuck both directions, we had 5 lead changes, 1 tie in the first. A 6th lead change came in the second with 5:05 to go. And since then, McCook has done nothing but extend the lead. Western Nebraska did not score in the final 5 minutes and 55 seconds of the second quarter. We'll have third quarter coming up.
Regional West Rehab Center offers complete therapy for patients after injury or surgery, or for those with chronic conditions. We use a team approach, keeping in contact with physicians, nurses, caseworkers, and other therapists for a seamless level of care. Because we're a full-service rehab center, we provide coordinated care, which means our patients can receive multiple therapies during each visit. Call 308-630-1355 to schedule an appointment. Regional West Rehab Center.
February is Insure Your Love Month. Hi, I'm Life and Health producer Kevin Carmen, and at J.G. Elliott Insurance, we work with you to find you an insurance policy that makes sure those you love are financially protected. Whether it's your spouse or partner, children, grandchildren, or your parents, life insurance is just another way you can take care of those who you care about most. Give me a call at 308-635-2023. Visit us online at www.jgelliott.com or stop by our office in Scottsbluff to get coverage today.
J.G. Elliott Insurance Center, a Platte Valley company.
The WNCC Cougars play here, KOLT.
Tell you, a couple of players from McCook have really hurt Western Nebraska compared to their game in McCook. Volquist scored 2 points, had a rebound down there. She has 6 points at halftime in this game, and Joanna Gerlach, who had 2 points in McCook, has 8 here at halftime. Perez didn't even play in the game in McCook, and she has a 3-pointer to her credit in this one. So those players in particular have hurt Western Nebraska in the first half of play. It will be McCook with the basketball. They'll move left to right here in the second half of play, and it will be inbounded by Altamira. Gets it into Leap Nisi. Man-to-man defense by Western Nebraska. Leap Nisi starting to the left side. Now picks the dribble up, bounces it right side. Gerlach with it. Gerlach deep into the corner on a bounce pass to Perdomo. Get it onto the block. Here's the drive by Pavicio, and she stepped out of bounds. So a turnover. Western Nebraska causes one in the first 16 seconds. McCook will put the press on now. Cook takes the inbound. She'll bring it up one-on-one against Leap Nisi. Western Nebraska down a dozen. They don't have a 12-point shot. They just need to get back into it one shot at a time here. Right side pass to Ertani. Ertani drives into the paint, spins around, puts up a little jump hook and hits it. Her first points, she averages 13.2. 35-25, McCook leading it. 9:15 to go, third quarter of play. Gerlach handling it for McCook on the right side with the dribble. Finds an opening, puts it up and in. Gerlach in doubles with 10 now. She averages 7 a ball game. 37-25, again 12. Montiel can't shake free. She'll give it away, though, and Ertani will hit again. 2 quick hoops by Ertani, but it's a 10-point lead for McCook here with 8 minutes, 45 seconds remaining, third quarter. Leap Nisi with Montiel on her, bringing it up, goes behind the back, gets a half-step advantage. Montiel catches up, so the pass goes to Perdomo. High post, Pavicio. Pavicio will dribble to the left side of Montiel, drives her way in, and that'll be traveling or an offensive foul. It'll be an offensive foul on Pavicio, and that's a big one because it's her third of the game, I believe. Yes, she'll have her third plus another turnover against McCook. So Western Nebraska trying to cut it inside double digits for the first time since it was 30-23. Hernandez with it, flips it into the corner to Cook. Thought about the three, gives it away. Here's Cipollina, or Ertani it is, excuse me, out to Cook. NBA three, rolls all the way around and comes out. Rebound McCook. Pavicio comes up with it to Leap Nisi. Leap Nisi across, working to the right, spins into the paint, takes a runner off glass and hits it. It'll count and one. Leap Nisi, not to be denied there, takes it in strong on the side. That'll be Montiel picking up her second personal of the ball game, and so far every time Western has scored, McCook has been able to answer back. So Leap Nisi in doubles now with 11 and a chance with a free throw to make it 12. A little confusion on who the foul was, I think there. No, they're going to say that was on Hernandez instead of Montiel. So her first, not a foul on Montiel there. Official wasn't sure, and Hernandez volunteered that it was on her. I think Brandon Pritchett wanting to make sure they had that one right. He's discussing it with the coach. Free throw rims out. Rebound Ertani. Western Nebraska down 39-27 early third quarter. Montiel, high post with it. Hernandez out to Cook, sets up for the three, but it comes off short. Leap Nisi, who's the leading rebounder now for McCook, with another one. Ahead to Perdomo in the forecourt, right side. Perdomo taking it slowly out to the top of the circle. picks the pace up, gives it to Altamira. Altamira spinning behind a screen near the free throw line. Dips it in the corner, and Dunca intercepts. Dunca brings it across quickly. She'll flip it down low to Montiel, and she's going to be pushed out of bounds. A foul will be called here against Leap-Nisi. It wasn't an intentional thing, but contact made, and Leap-Nisi will have her first of the ball game. So that'll be the second against McCook in the quarter. Non-shooting, Hernandez to inbound right side. Western Nebraska gets it into Cipollina. Outside, Montiel. Montiel drives right, kicks it off. Cipollina launches, 3 bounces away. Rebound out of bounds off of Western Nebraska. Hernandez had it for a moment, could not control it on the baseline. McCook will have the ball with 7 minutes, 11 seconds to go, third quarter. Still leading it by 12. Ball comes into Altamira. Back to Leap-Nisi, and she's across. Leap-Nisi slows up, backs away. Gives a lackadaisical pass off to Perdomo, but Perdomo has it. She'll drive it on the right side, drop step, puts it home. Perdomo, nice move. Her first points of the ball game. Biggest lead now for McCook, 41-27. Montiel down to Dunca. Dunca misses the shot under pressure. It comes away to Altamira of McCook. Leap-Nisi, Western Nebraska, not a good shooting night to say the least. Leap-Nisi passes to Altamira. Altamira, who's done some good things driving, passes the ball away to Cox, who's back in. Off to Gerlach. Gerlach into the paint, gives it to Leap-Nisi in the corner. The 3 goes in again. Leap-Nisi with 14. That's more than she had in the game at McCook, and we're in the third quarter. 44-27. Dunca with it. Hernandez with just over 6 minutes to go in the quarter, trying to get the offense ticking here somehow. She'll drive, draws the foul. Hernandez will end up going to the line to shoot a couple here. I think Perdomo will pick up her first for McCook. We're just inside 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and McCook has expanded that lead they had at halftime of a dozen. Hernandez with only 2 points in the game for her credit so far. Will be her first free throws of the game. Second player for Western Nebraska to shoot free throws. She makes the first one. McCook's had only 2 players shoot free throws in this game themselves. Makes it 44-28. Western Nebraska down with Hernandez to shoot another one here. She'll hit this one cleanly. That'll make it 44-29. Western Nebraska on defense. Bad pass. It'll be intercepted by Cipollina. She'll score. Or Tani, excuse me. Got that one and scored. That'll make it 44-31 after the turnover on McCook. Ball knocked away. Here comes Hernandez with it. Hernandez flips it to Dunca. She'll miss the layup. Rebound comes away to Leap-Nisi. That's 4 missed layups by my count in the ball game for Western Nebraska. Boy, they could use them. Down 44-31. Leap-Nisi to Gerlach. Gerlach on the right side, hands on the weave. Altamira, now Cox out between the circles with it. Gives back to Leap-Nisi. She's been hot, 14 in the ball game so far. Now the ball stolen out of her hands by Hernandez. Hernandez hurries the ball up, dishes into the corner, and we're going to have a foul called. I believe it'll be an offensive foul on Western Nebraska. It will, as the defense got set to draw the charge after the pass off into the corner. So that'll be Hernandez with her second personal. And a turnover on Western Nebraska. 44-31. Leap-Nisi with the ball in, and it's out of bounds off McCook. Tipped away. Altamira had it go off her neck. Out of bounds, so Western Nebraska has it back. Looks like they've picked up their defensive intensity a little bit, but can they get some shots to fall? Cook with it to Montiel. Get it to Dunca down low. She'll drive and draw the foul. That'll be Altamira picking up her second of the ball game. Western Nebraska down by 13 points. Dunca will go to the line. We're going to have the media timeout. 44-31 McCook on the Wesco scoreboard.
Pipeworks Plumbing provides complete plumbing services to Scottsbluff, Gearing, and the surrounding Nebraska Panhandle communities. Locally owned, they utilize the latest in plumbing service technologies coupled with unmatched customer service, serving your residential and commercial plumbing needs. Pipeworks Plumbing is a fully trenchless plumbing company offering sewer bursting, sewer lining, epoxy coating, and directional drilling, which eliminates full excavation for major underground plumbing repairs. Offering service work, camera inspections, drain cleanings, new construction, and remodels. Conveniently located at 710 Broadway in Scottsbluff. Call today for more information, 308-641-0481.
Maximize your vehicle's maintenance done with professional-grade products at Russell's Automotive in Scottsbluff. When you have a MicroGuard oil, air, or cabin filter installed from Russell's Automotive, you'll receive a $10 prepaid Visa now through March 31st. It's a simple short rebate form that can either be submitted online or mailed in. Receive up to $30 in rebates and save with your regular service. Call today, 308-635-4065, or by going online to russellsautomotive.com.
The Cougars KOLT and online at KOLT690.com.
Team Auto Center with one low price, plain and simple, always. Intralinks, supporting computer systems in the Panhandle for over 20 years. With the team at Intralinks, technology isn't an obstacle, it's an opportunity. Timeout taken there is a media timeout with 5:01 to go in the quarter, and it'll be Dunka at the line. 9 points in the first half, scoreless here in the third quarter. She's made the only free throw that she has attempted in the ball game so far. She'll hit this one. Western Nebraska trailing it 44-32 with 5:01 to go. Western Nebraska went the final 5:55, didn't score in the quarter. Now the ball's missed on the free throw, but it's out of bounds, and it'll be Western Nebraska with the ball. We're going to have a timeout call. Brandon Pritchett not happy with the non-call there from the official. He wants to take advantage of the timeout to express his opinion. Timeout on the floor, 44-32. Western Nebraska trailing McCook on the Wesco scoreboard.
The lot is filling back up at Ryan's Welding and Trailer Sales in Scottsbluff. Lots of options from dump trailers and bumper pull dumps to equipment tilt, super wides, car haulers, and utility. Ryan's is also a full-service welding and fabrication shop. Stop by 1110 Avenue B in Scottsbluff or call 308-575-0710 to find what you're looking for. If it's not in stock, they'll get it for you. Let these hard-working PJ trailers go to work for you. Built in Texas to hold up to the hard-working professional using them. Come see the quality for yourself.
This is WNCC Cougar Basketball on KOLT.
For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, we'll go far. Russell's Automotive, your family-owned go-to for all of your quality automotive repair needs, helping to bring you the broadcast also. Cook will inbound for Western Nebraska following the timeout by McCook. It'll be a baseline out-of-bounds play. Cook lobs the ball into Dunka, tips it up before coming down, misses, saved inbounds by Western, but right to McCook. Play missed, and here comes Leipnisi on the run for McCook. She's been deadly today. Gets the ball to Perdomo between the circles. Perdomo faked right, went left, now cut off, flips the ball down on the baseline. That'll be Armada with it. Armada deep in the corner, gets to Leipnisi in front of the McCook bench. Leipnisi steps back, takes the long three. It's an air ball, but it's taken off by Cox. She's rejected by Dunka. Here comes Western Nebraska the other direction. Hernandez into the corner. Cipollina faked the three, drives, gives it off to Dunka. Dunka slowly dribbling, now picks the pace up, drives, and draws the foul. Dunka has been strong to the hoop here and will go to the line to shoot again. Western Nebraska 4 of 5 in the ball game. Dunka is 2 out of 3. The foul will go against Altamira, and they show that as her second. Free throw goes in. So Dunka now with 11 in the game, and it'll be 2 shots coming up the rest of the way for Western Nebraska in the quarter because of the fouls on McCook. Second one goes in. So it's a 10-point game with 4:15 to go, third quarter. McCook leading. Double team, ball's thrown away by McCook. Perdomo tossed it, and Lipnisi, leaping high, could not get to it, and Western Nebraska has it back. Can they score on consecutive possessions here and try and put a little sliver of doubt on the McCook players? Should be 30 on the shot clock, not 20. Yeah, they get it changed now, so now it'll be Dunka to inbound the basketball for Western Nebraska. Into Cook, bounces it across to Montiel. Montiel, Hernandez, right side in front of the Western bench, lobs it down low. Dunka spins, takes it up from 10. It won't go. Rebound is Cipollina, but she falls down, so traveling will be called. Western Nebraska had it momentarily there, but Cipollina in a crowd went down, so the turnover gives it to McCook. Press on, just inside 4 minutes to go. 10-point lead for McCook here in the third quarter. Lipnisi will get the ball in to Pavicio. Back to Lipnisi. Good ball handler, has it across. Montiel, one of the better defenders in the NJCAA, according to the stats. On her defensively. Now Altamira. Right side, Hermata. Hermata drives baseline, kicks it into the corner. Open three is off the iron. And Western has it. Perez, who has hit a three, took that one from McCook. Here's Cook, wheeling and dealing. Gets it back out. Ertani launches. The three is too strong, and the long rebound comes away to Hermata of McCook. Ahead to Lipnisi. She's on the run. Western Nebraska back in a man-to-man defense. Lipnisi waves everybody away, wants to handle it herself. Takes a screen to the right side. Trying to reverse into the paint, can't. Passes in the middle, it's knocked away. Montiel knocked it away, and we're going to have a scramble, and that should be a jump ball now. It will be. And the possession arrow in Western Nebraska's favor, so Western Nebraska will have the basketball with 3 minutes and 3 seconds remaining, third quarter. Down 10. They've made up 2 points. McCook has been equal to just about every challenge so far. Montiel takes the inbound. McCook had pressed on the inbound. Now they'll relax the defense back into the other side of the timeline. Montiel, high post, Dunka. Dunka to Cipollina. She's been cold tonight, although she does have a three-pointer. Cook steps back. She needs to heat it up, but that one won't go. Dunka has the rebound, but they're going to call that as an over-the-back foul against Dunka, I believe, and that will be her first of the ball game, and prevents a chance at a putback. So Western Nebraska on defense. We're going to see Pavicio come in, and Cox goes out for McCook. 10-point game, 44-34. McCook has outplayed Western Nebraska in this one so far and outshot them in particular. A little perspiration on the floor, I think. Officials wanting to make sure nobody will get injured by slipping on something there. So a brief halt in play gives me a chance to tell you that Viera Wireless, with hometown roots and global reach, is one of our sponsors. Viera Wireless in Scotts Bluff. And learn to manage the complexities of acute and critically ill patients, family and community dynamics, and primary care at a premier academic health center. Begin your future at UNMC College of Nursing in Scotts Bluff. Lipnisi will inbound for McCook. 2:44 remaining, third quarter of play. 10-point McCook lead. There's a bad pass. It'll be intercepted by Cipollina. Gets it to Cook, fakes the three, drives, gives it back outside. Cipollina trying to drive. Bumped into, cut off, gets it low to Montiel, and she'll be fouled. And that's going to be Pavicio, and she'll have her fourth of the ball game. So Pavicio, with 2:33 to go, picks up her fourth personal foul of the ball game. Quickly, Volquist will hop off the bench and take over for here. Volquist, who had 2 points in the game at McCook, already had 6 in the first half of this one, so she's filled in admirably. Montiel shooting her first free throw of the game, and it goes in. So Western Nebraska has finally cut it under double digits with 2:33 to go in the third quarter, but it's a 9-point lead. This one rims out, and the rebound taken by Altamira of McCook. Lipnisi brings it across. Lipnisi finds a drive into the paint, pulls up, the 10-footer won't go. Rebound taken by Western Nebraska. That'll be Ertani with it. Ertani to Cook. 44-35, McCook leading. Helena Cook bounces it to Dunka. She's been hot this quarter. She'll drive, misses the layup. However, at the rebound, Montiel. Montiel to Hernandez. A rare three, but it bounces off. Rebound tipped over to Ertani. Ertani to Cook. Inside 2 minutes to go. Get it to Dunka in the paint. She'll spin. Puts it off the glass. It won't go. McCook rebounds. Western Nebraska can't put it in the hoop. 1:45 to go. 9-point lead McCook here in the third quarter. Armada with it. High post. Volquist hanging on as people run by her. She fakes a shot. Now tries to drive in and will draw the foul. That will be Dunka, called for her second personal foul, and it will put Volquist at the line.
It's her second personal, 14 foul the Cougars. 2 shots at the line coming up for Volquist.
Volquist, a 49% free throw shooter on the season. McCook hitting right at 66%, so roughly 2 out of 3 as a team. But in this ball game, they were 2 of 4 at halftime. Free throw goes in to make it a 10-point game again. 45-35 McCook. One more coming for the freshman from Sweden. And she'll hit this one. So 46-35. And a sub will come in. Cipollina will come in for Western Nebraska just before they had inbounded the ball. So now Hernandez gets it in. Three-quarter court press by McCook. Montiel looking, flips it on ahead. That's Hernandez. Zip it in the corner. Cipollina with it. Fake the three. Drives. Gets underneath. Puts it up and in and draws the foul. Cipollina's second hoop of the game. The other was a three. So 5 points, but she averages 15-6. It's been one of those games for Western Nebraska. Dunka, the only player over her average in the game right now with 12. She averages 11.3. The foul was Altamira's third of the ball game. Free throw goes in. Cipollina hitting 86% of her free throws. 46-38. Press on. But Lipnisi gets the ball in. Return pass right to her, and she'll dribble it across. 1:13 to go. 8-point McCook lead here in the late third quarter. Armada now to the free throw line to Altamira. Altamira wanting to drive in. Picks the dribble up, needs some help. She'll get it out to Lipnisi. Shot clock's at 7. Lipnisi working left. 3-2. From near the timeline, she'll miss, and the rebound taken by Hernandez. Western Nebraska on the run. Hernandez to Cook, right side. Get it back out to Cipollina. The three-pointer is too strong. Western Nebraska just can't buy a bucket, and with 36 seconds to go, McCook has it in the forecourt again. And we're going to have a block foul called here against Montiel, which will be her second personal of the ball game. That will be the fifth, so we should have free throws coming for McCook here. Yes, Lipnisi will go to the line. So 46-38, McCook leading. Lipnisi 9 in the first half. She has 5 this half. She's 1 of 3 in free throwing, however, and she's usually a better free throw shooter than that, 72% on the year. This one does go in. So she has 15, and it's a 9-point lead with 32.1 seconds to go. No McCook rebounders up since they're starting to get some people in trouble. This one misses, and the rebound comes away to Ertani. Western Nebraska will have it. Just a second different from the shot clock and the game clock, so they may be able to take it down late if they want to. They're down 9. Cook with it. High post, Ertani. Ertani to Cipollina. Cipollina faked the three, drives and scores. Cipollina makes it 47-40. 6 seconds to go. Here's the drive, and we're going to have traveling called on Perez, who brought it over and got into a double team situation right in front of the McCook bench. So 2.8. It'll probably be a desperation heave unless somebody can get behind the McCook defense here. It'll be inbounded by Cipollina. She throws it in. McCook has it. They'll try a half-court pass. It doesn't go close. And after 3, Western Nebraska trails by 7, 47-40. on the Wesco scoreboard.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from HydroZen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. HydroZen. Unplug and recharge.
Your home for the WNCC Cougars, KOLT.
Western Nebraska with their backs to the wall as they trail by 7. They outscored McCook 17-12 in the third, but they have to do that plus a little bit extra if they're going to find a way to win this one. Western Nebraska's won 8 straight ball games. If they would somehow find a way to win, it would tie for the 32nd longest winning streak in school history. But McCook, lots of arguments against that right now. Lipnisi has 15 points to lead McCook. Volquist has 8. Gerlach has 10. Those are the big scorers. Western Nebraska, Dunca with a dozen. Cipollina 8. Ertani 6. Cook 6. And Western Nebraska at halftime was shooting a mere 27% on threes, and that percentage has probably gone down here in the third quarter. We're into the fourth. McCook has the basketball. Altamira gets it in. That'll be Perdomo to bring it across. Perdomo works to the right side against Hernandez. Continuing to yo-yo it. Now the ball's knocked out of bounds by Western Nebraska's Zozo Cipollina. Cipollina got a hand on it as they were trying to get it to Volquist down on the right block. Perdomo will inbound. Freshman out of Spain. 20 on the shot clock, of course. Looks low, gets it in the right corner. Armada down low. Volquist turns, little jump hook, goes in. Volquist in doubles with 10. She scored 2 the first time these teams played. 20 seconds into the quarter. Montiel into the corner. Here's Cipollina's 3. It won't go. And the rebound to McCook. Perdomo will bring it up. Western Nebraska just can't buy a bucket, particularly outside the arc. And they trail it now by 9. Jumped the pass low, and not cutting was Gerlach, and the ball just sails out of bounds. So we're going to see Dunca come back in. Montiel goes out. Western Nebraska trailing 49-40 with 9:17 remaining in the ball game. Helena Cook dribbles it across, picked up by Perdomo. Dunca at the top, drives into the paint, puts it up, it's rejected. Dunca gets it back, puts it up, it hangs, won't go. Rebound tipped on the side. Western Nebraska has it somehow. Ertani give it to Cipollina, she'll hit. Cipollina now in doubles with 10. 49-42, McCook by 7, they have the basketball. Gerlach dribbling around on top, trying to work to the left side, out to Altamira. Altamira takes the screen, drives in. That'll be an offensive foul or traveling. They'll call traveling against McCook. Their 20th turnover. Western Nebraska had 1 in the third quarter for a total of 10 in the ball game now, but they're going to have to even up the defensive intensity a little more. Cook to Hernandez, 8.5 minutes to go, down 7. Cipollina, Hernandez in the corner. Hernandez drives paint, gives it away to Cipollina. Into the paint, she'll turn and put in a tough 10-footer. She's hit 2 in a row. 5-point deficit on defense against McCook. Perdomo, right hand dribble. Passes to Altamira. Right side, Armada. Armada gets a screen, drives in, and we're going to have an offensive foul on Armada as Cipollina got set there. Armada will have her first, but it is the 21st turnover against McCook. 49-44, Armada comes out, Lipnisi back in, the point guard who directs traffic in a very magical way for this McCook team most of the time. Montiel brings it up now after inbounding to Cook. Montiel across, Dunca left side. Dunca gives it to Ertani. Cipollina drives into the paint. Urtani spins into the paint, drop step off glass. It won't go again, and it's going to be fought for, saved inbounds by Western Nebraska. Good hustle by Urtani. Dunca comes up with it. Cipollina. 7.5 minutes to go. She'll launch a three and bury it. McCook by 2 with 7:24 to go. We've got timeout. 49-47 McCook on the Wesco scoreboard.
When you're invested in making sure your truck and trailers stay in great working order for years to come, you need knowledge and skill you can count on. Hi, this is Sean Pickett with Floyd's Truck Center, here to let you know that our certified technicians are trained and dedicated to maintaining and servicing your Freightliner and Western Star needs. Here at Floyd's Truck Center, we take pride in ensuring quality and timely repairs. When you think of exceptional quality and service, our team at Floyd's Truck Center will go above and beyond to get you back on the road. Give us a call at 308-632-2911 and we'll be happy to assist you in making an appointment.
The Cougars KOLT and online at KOLT690.com.
Western Nebraska has rallied back from trailing by a dozen at halftime, a two-pointer. But as I've often said, you don't get in the heads of the opponents until you take the lead, where that big lead dissipates, and McCook still has the lead, 49-47. Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture in Scottsbluff supports the WNCC Cougars. Dr. Levi Bolin can treat all your chiropractic needs. Call Advantage Chiropractic and Acupuncture at 633-1425. And Quick Care Medical Services in Scottsbluff for all of life's little emergencies. You have a choice when it comes to your health care, and at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic, we're here to help. Quick Care Medical Services in Scottsbluff. Press on, McCook will inbound. We're in the fourth quarter, 7:24 to go. Leipnisi into Volquist. Volquist doubled up, that'll be a jump. Volquist turned right into the defense, and the turnover because the possession arrow in Western Nebraska's favor. A 2 would tie, a 3 would take the lead. Baseline out of bounds play to the left side. Helena Cook, the sophomore out of Brazil, to inbound for Western Nebraska. Officials making sure everybody's set here before they give Cook the opportunity to inbound the basketball. Cook flips it into Dunca near the free throw line. Gives it away to Montiel. Montiel into the corner to Cook. Couldn't get the 3 away, so she backs away, continuing to dribble. Now in the corner, Cipollina. Down to Urtani. Urtani fakes, drives, puts it up. It won't go, and the rebound taken by McCook. Altamira, a big rebound there, gives to Leipnisi. We're at 7 minutes to go. Leipnisi calling out a play, hooks the pass to Altamira. Altamira, right side pass. Faked by Perdomo, back to Leipnisi. Leipnisi has it taken away by Montiel. Montiel into the forecourt, right side. Cipollina draws the foul. It doesn't go in, but she'll go to the line and will be able to shoot a pair here after the 23rd turnover against McCook.
2 shots at the line for Cipollina.
So Cipollina will be shooting here. 2 shots coming. She's made the only free throw she's attempted in the game. Gerlach picked up the foul for McCook. Library quiet, and Cipollina hits the free throw. 49-48, 6:43 remaining. Cipollina ties it up. Made both of them. Only our second tie of the ball game. The other one was at 8-all. Press on. Ball comes to Gerlach. Here it's 3-on-2 McCook. Left side pass, get it down low, and Volquist blows the layup. Missed a wide open shot. Western Nebraska has the basketball. Here's Montiel, Western Nebraska with 6:25 to go. Not out of the woods yet. Montiel left corner. She'll drive onto the baseline but cut off and makes a bad pass. It's over the top of Cipollina for a turnover. The first of this quarter, the second of the half on Western Nebraska, but a big one there. And with 6:14 to go, McCook will have the basketball just a step inside the timeline. Altamira, freshman out of Spain, to inbound it. Gets it into Leipnisi. Altamira takes the return pass, gets a screen to the left side, pulls up, passes back outside. Here's Gerlach on the drive, and she'll be fouled as she got into the paint. Gerlach will go to the line to shoot a pair. That'll go against Ertani, her second. Gerlach with 10 points in the game, all on 2-pointers so far in the game. Her first free throw of the game, it'll go in, and the lead goes back to McCook by 1 point. Gerlach second, rims out, rebound taken off by Ertani of Western Nebraska. 50-49, McCook on top. High post pass, Ertani. Ertani drives into the paint area. Back outside, Cipollina's three comes off short. Rebound taken by Lipnisi of McCook. She's across the timeline. McCook trying to expand that 1-point lead with just about 5.5 minutes to go in the game. Perdomo, high post, Volquist. Volquist hands it away to Perdomo. Perdomo faked a shot, now zips a pass, and it was a bad one behind Altamira, who was trying to stay in bounds and control it. 24 turnovers now against McCook. Western Nebraska has fought back because of that, but they can't get the lead as the shooting percentage is about like my batting average, I'm afraid. 5:19 to go. Ertani, high post, left side, Montiel. Montiel, nice fake to the right, goes left, cuts it back outside to Ertani. She'll launch and hit the three. Ertani, 9 points all this half, and Western Nebraska has the lead, 52-50. Lipnisi brings it across, comes into the paint area, puts it up and and that'll be an offensive foul. Lipnisi charged into the middle. That was Cipollina getting set. Lipnisi with her second personal. And that'll be the 25th turnover on McCook. Western Nebraska by a pair. Montiel slowly across. Fakes the handoff. Now gives it back outside to Cook. Wants a screen. Ertani comes out to set it. Right side, Montiel. Get it down on the block. But Ertani gives it right back to Montiel. Comes into the paint, puts it up, misses the shot. Rebound McCook. Gerlach into the forecourt. Loses the handle on it, but gets it back somehow. Near turnover, but McCook hangs onto the basketball. 4:20 to go. 2-point Western Nebraska lead. Lipnisi will hand the ball away to Volquist. Volquist dribbling to the right side. Hands to Lipnisi. Lipnisi drives into the paint. That'll be a reach foul on Montiel from behind. And that'll be the third on the sophomore out of Spain. There's 4:05 to go. Second foul on Western Nebraska. 3 on McCook, so we're not near the 2 shots yet. Ball lobbed in out on top to Gerlach. Gerlach gives it to Lipnisi. She'll take the 3-pointer and hit it. Big shot by Lipnisi, her 18th point, and the lead goes back to McCook, 53-52. We're inside 4 minutes to go now. Ertani, Cook. Cook has been ice cold this half, drives into the paint. Can't get the shot off, so goes back outside. Cipollina into the paint. The 10-footer is off the back of the iron. Rebound is McCook's. Fought for and taken by Perdomo. Here comes Lipnisi. The runner from 10 won't go, and the rebound, Hernandez of Western Nebraska. Hernandez gets by one defender. A second, takes it to the hoop and misses the layup. Rebound, Altamira of McCook. We're at 3:15 to go. Western Nebraska has missed half a dozen layups at least in the game, and the three-point percentage not to their liking like it usually is. Volquist with it. Some of that's just good defense by McCook. Here comes the drive. The layup goes in for Gerlach as she got a step on the defense. And it's 55-52. Inside 3 minutes to go now. Western Nebraska trailing it. Cipollina fakes, drives, draws the foul, and gets the shot to go. Volquist will pick up the foul, I think, but it could have been a reach before that also. That'll make it 55-54. Altamira will pick it up. That's her fourth. So she's got 4. Pavicio has 4 for McCook. Cipollina now with 19 points, a chance for 20. Her high this year's 28. She'll hit the free throw. Western Nebraska ties it up, 55 all. 2:35 to go, double on top. They'll get the ball to Volquist. Back to Lipnisi. Lipnisi between the circles, bounces it. High post, Pavicio back in with the 4. Give it off. Here comes Volquist to the hoop. She'll miss the shot. Rebound taken off by Cipollina of Tani of Western Nebraska. Tani dribbles it across herself. We're tied at 55, just over 2. Cipollina from downtown can't get it to go. Rebound taken by Lipnisi of McCook. Western Nebraska has made only 1 3 this half. They hit 46% of their threes at McCook. Pavicio, Gerlach. Gerlach will drive in on the left side again, and we're going to have a block foul called against Cipollina. So that will be her first of the ball game. There's 1:48 to go in the game. We're all tied 55 all. We've had 3 ties, 8 lead changes in the ball game. And at the line, Gerlach, the freshman out of Germany. She'll miss the first one. She's 1 out of 3 now in the ball game. Has 1 more coming. A chance to give McCook the lead with 1:48 to go. This one rolls around and goes in. So McCook has the lead back, 56-55. Cook across. Tani, Dunka, Cook. Get the ball down low. Ball's through the hands of Western and out of bounds. We're going to have a push called against Volquist, I think, here for pushing out of bounds. That's why it went out down on the baseline. So Volquist will have her first personal of the game. It'll be the 5th foul, I believe, so it should be 2 shots coming here because the double bonus in effect. In women's play, remember, it's different than the men, where at 7 it goes 1 and 1 for the men, double shots at 10, but here 5 1/4, and the other team shoots 2. Western Nebraska has Ertani to shoot. She has not shot a free throw in the ball game, and the misses continue. Still 56-55. McCook on top. This one goes in, so we're tied. So our 4th tie of the ball game, 2 of them in just the last few seconds of play, and McCook will inbound the ball. Gerlach to Lipnisi. 1.5 to go in the ball game. Lipnisi gives to Volquist. Now Pavicio. Pavicio. Hands on the weave. Here comes the drive. Shot won't go by Gerlach. Rebound to Hernandez. Knocked away. Lipnisi comes up with it in the backcourt. So 1:12, still tied at 56. Lipnisi across. Backing her way in on the dribble. Loses the handle on it, out of bounds. An unforced error by Lipnisi, and Western Nebraska has it with 1:04. Tied up with McCook. What a game we've had here tonight. Hernandez will inbound for Western Nebraska. Montiel takes the pass. Still a lot of time to go the way this one's going. Montiel goes high post or Tani. Now Dunka with it. Dunka, Cook, open. Can she get a 3 to go? Yes. 59-56, Western Nebraska with the lead. Timeout on the floor. 51.2 seconds to go on the Wesco scoreboard.
5-time Pinnacle Award winner, Well Life Assisted Living at Scotts Bluff. We have multiple apartment styles to fit your needs, as well as our top-of-the-line care team from trained and experienced team members. From daily activities to our 5-star dining experience. Well Life at Scotts Bluff is the premier assisted living community in Scotts Bluff. To learn more about our care and rent specials, give us a call at 308-632-1760 or visit us online at WLScottsBluff.com.
This is WNCC Cougar basketball on KOLT.
Officials were checking time left on that one. I'm not sure if it was on the shot clock or not. But the official went over and talked to the score table. Score is still up there at 59-56, so I guess that is the score. And Western Nebraska will be on defense. They trailed by 12 at halftime, 7 at the end of the third quarter of play, and have now taken a 3-point lead on Cook's third three of the ball game. First one she's had since the first quarter. Western Nebraska's made 3 threes this half. They had 4 of them at halftime, so 7 total. McCook will have the basketball, but we're going to have a timeout taken by McCook here. They want a 30 following the timeout we just had. So no change in the score, 59-56. No change in the time left, 52.1 seconds is what's on the clock now. And we'll be back after this.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot, and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
The WNCC Cougars play here, KOLT.
For almost 40 years, the name Scotts Bluff Body and Paint has meant excellence. Count on them to get you back on the road as good as new. It will be McCook to inbound the ball at the end of their bench. Volquist looking. Liebnisi takes the bounce pass in. Working against Hernandez. Gerlach goes out on top, and Dunca knocks the ball away. It'll be taken away by Hernandez. Big turnover against McCook. 35 seconds to go. Shot clock is about 7 different than the game clock. Cook dribbling on top with a 3-point lead. Takes it to the right side. A lot of time on the shot clock. Gives to Dunca between the circles. Dunca will be caught from behind and passes it away, and we're going to have timeout, Western Nebraska. 20.4 seconds to go. 3-point lead, Western Nebraska, 59-56. Let's just hold it here. You know, don't know what's going to happen. When you come through the doors at Well Life Assisted Living in Scotts Bluff, you'll be treated like family. We're here to help you every step of the way in moving from a familiar environment. Welcome to the community at Well Life Assisted Living in Scotts Bluff. And Hersted Monument Company, serving the Valley for over 100 years. Ryan's Welding sells PJ Texas trailers in a wide variety of sizes, as well as offering a full-service welding shop. Contact Jennifer Urdialis, your local 5-star lender with Castle & Cook Mortgage, for a simple, friendly, and fast loan process for your home purchase or refinance. Contact Castle & Cook Mortgage, the key to your castle. Western Nebraska will have it with 12 on the shot clock, 20.4 on the game clock. Hernandez gets it to Cook in the backcourt, and there's a quick foul by Liebnisi. 19.7 seconds to go, and that will mean 2 free throws coming for Cook. Cook has not shot a free throw in the game. Western Nebraska has not shot it well as a team or individually in this one. But Cook will be there after just hitting a 3-pointer on that last possession after going scoreless in the second and third and most of the fourth quarter. Has 2 coming, dribbles it several times, puts it up, and guess what? It misses. Has 1 more coming. This one would be huge. It would make it a 2-possession game. 59-56. Western Nebraska by 3. Extra dribble by Cook. This one goes in. So a 4-point game and timeout taken by McCook. 19.7 seconds to go. 60-56, Western Nebraska leading the basketball game. For the past 28 years, Clean Harbors has been providing environmental and industrial waste management services to the Panhandle. They're the industry-leading provider of treatment, incineration, destruction, and disposal of hazardous waste in North America. Clean Harbors, people and technology creating a better environment. Russell's Automotive, your family-owned go-to for all of your quality automotive repair needs. And Viera Wireless has hometown roots and global reach. Viera Wireless in Scotts Bluff. Highway 92 pit stop, Melvita's gas station and convenience store is ready to serve you. And Hersted Monument Company serving the Valley for over 100 years. 60-56, McCook will have the ball. They'll need to bring it the full 94 feet. They're down 4, so they'll need to score quickly or get fouled on a made 3 to have a free throw coming. I'm sure Ryan Davis is talking to his team about that very eventuality right now. Let's see, Cook, Ertani, Dunca, Montiel, and Hernandez come out for Western Nebraska. Since McCook took that timeout, I forgot in women's play you get to inbound at 1/4 court right down by the McCook bench. It'll be Altamira. That'll save them some time. Altamira looking to get the ball in. Leipnisi takes it. She'll launch from 3 steps outside the arc, and it's an air ball out of bounds. Western Nebraska will take over with 16.2. Western Nebraska wants a timeout so they can get the ball advanced. And, of course, who are they going to try and get it into for the supposed foul, which we'll probably see. 16.2 seconds to go. Western Nebraska 60, McCook 56 on the West Coast scoreboard.
At Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness in Scottsbluff and Gearing, our goal is to help you feel better and get back to a healthy life with less pain and restrictions. Our patients have counted on our compassion and expertise in physical therapy, assisted stretching, mechanical traction, and now chiropractic care to provide a personalized program for their orthopedic, sports and work injuries, accidents, chronic pain, and help increase mobility. When making your choice for physical therapy and chiropractic care, call Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness today, delivering the treatment you need and the care you deserve for over 11 years.
The Cougars KOLT and online at KOLT690.com.
60-56, Western Nebraska. This will be the 16th straight game Western has scored at least 60 points. It'll be inbounded deep. That'll be Cook, and she'll be grabbed for the foul. 15.1 to go. Perdomo will pick up her second foul, so she had them to give. And Cook, who just went 1 out of 2, will be at the line and will shoot 2 again because of the double bonus in effect. Western Nebraska could foul one more time and not have McCook shooting the free throws. Cook has the free throw bounce off. 1 for 3 in this ball game. Not her shooting night. Came in hitting 76% of her free throws, 38.5% of her threes. Not the case tonight for everybody. This one spins out. Dunca had the rebound. It was knocked away. They'll say out of bounds off of Western Nebraska. So still the same scenario, just a few less seconds. 13.8 seconds to go. 60-56, Western Nebraska with the lead. Quick Care Medical Services in Scotts Bluff for all of life's little emergencies. You have a choice when it comes to your health care. And at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic, we are here to help. Quick Care Medical Services in Scotts Bluff. When you come through the doors at Well Life Assisted Living in Scotts Bluff, you'll be treated like family. We're here to help you every step of the way in moving from a familiar environment. Welcome to the community at Well Life Assisted Living in Scotts Bluff. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. Call Ryan Windhorst at 632-7561. Together, we'll go far. Team Auto Center, one low price, plain and simple, always. Intralinks, supporting computer systems in the Panhandle for over 20 years. With the team at Intralinks, technology isn't an obstacle, it's an opportunity. What a game here tonight. Western Nebraska 60, McCook 56. With this game, unless it goes overtime and a bunch of overtimes, Western Nebraska is going to extend their streak of allowing less than 80 points per game. It would be 35 straight if this one finishes with McCook less than 80, and it would tie for 8th in the all-time record books. So it'll be inbounded again by Altamira at the end of the McCook bench. We have 13.8 seconds to go. Coach Pritchett wanting to talk to one of the officials. So other official came over because the ball had dribbled on the ground there after it had been tossed in. So she came over to make sure nobody tried to inbound it while the officials weren't ready yet. And I believe now that Ryan Davis is asking clarification there, because the official goes over to talk to the scorekeeper and the timekeeper on the far side. They say we're ready to go. So with 13.8 seconds to go, it'll be inbounded by Leia Altamira, 5'11" freshman out of Spain. She'll get it deep into the corner, three-pointer air ball. It'll be taken off and missed by Pavicio, and coming away with the rebound will be Ertani, and a foul on McCook with 6.5 seconds to go. So Ertani will go to the game. She'll have two coming, remember, and that will be Libnisi picking up her 4th personal with 6.5 seconds to go. So 2 shots coming. McCook being instructed they have to line a couple of people up on the free throw areas there along the 3-second line. And now ready to shoot will be Adelina Ertani. 10 points in the game. She was scoreless at halftime. Free throw misses. Ertani is 75% free throw shooter. She is 1 of 3 in this game. Boy, is it catching. Ertani bends the knees, puts it up, and this one does go in. So 61-56. Good foul by Montiel there, because that's only the 4th. So no free throws for McCook. Excellent thought process there by Western Nebraska on defense. It took 1.2 off, so there's 5.3 seconds to go. And the ball comes into Libnisi. Libnisi from the timeline puts it up. It won't go. Rebound to Western Nebraska. And Western Nebraska with 21 points in the 4th quarter pulls one out somehow, holding McCook to 9 points in the quarter for 56 total. That is the 19th time this year in 27 games Western Nebraska has held an opponent to single digits in 1 quarter. A lot to talk about on this one, and guess what? We still have the men's game coming up, which we think could be a beaut also. So stick around. Runs of post-game shows coming up.
At Papa Murphy's, we're more than just taking big pizza. Right now, mix and match 2 or more sides for just $6.99 each and build your perfect meal. Choose from oven-ready 5 cheese bread, crispy calzones, fresh salads, or medium cheese or pepperoni pizza. Perfect for today or tomorrow. And don't forget dessert. With our cinnamon wheel or signature chocolate chip Dorito, we've got every craving covered. It's fresh, easy, and delicious. Just the way your meal should be with Papa Murphy's. Order today at papamurphys.com.
Quick Care Medical Services in Scottsbluff for all of life's little emergencies. Your health is important to everyone at Quick Care. You have a choice when it comes to your health care, and at Quick Care, they are there to help. Whether you have a common cold, need a checkup, seasonal allergies are acting up, need a flu or COVID shot, or an injury, their providers are there to help with your treatment. They're a walk-in clinic open Monday through Friday, 7 to 7, and Saturday, 7 to noon. Quick Care Medical Services, 3210 Avenue B in Scottsbluff, 630-0800.
Hey, Scottsbluff and
Gehring, Dave Ramsey here, reminding you to go with a local community bank you can trust, like my friends at Riverstone Bank. They care about their customers and are there for them in person, unlike some larger, far-away banks that treat customers like an account number. Stop into their Scottsbluff or Gehring locations to talk to a personal banker. Call 844-RIVERSTONE or go to bankriverstone.com. Riverstone Bank, member FDIC.
Imagine a place where dreams take shape, where passion meets purpose. At the UNMC College of Nursing in Scottsbluff, we offer more than just an education. We provide a community, a small town feel that nurtures your growth. With cutting-edge technology and immersive simulations, we prepare you for the challenges of modern healthcare. Our program is ranked 15th by the U.S. News and World Report. Your future starts here at the University of Nebraska College of Nursing in Scottsbluff.
KOLT is your home for the Cougars. This is the Runza postgame show brought to you by Runza, with locations in Scottsbluff, Gehring, Alliance, and Chadron. Make Runza your stop before or after every game. Runza makes it all better. Now with the Runza postgame show, once again, here's the voice of the Cougars, Chuck Schwartz.
Western Nebraska somehow hangs on for a victory, which clenches them the South Sub-region with a 61-56 win over McCook, outscoring the Lady Indians 21-9 in the fourth quarter. And yes, the shooting percentages are as abysmal as I thought they would be. 13 of 39 on twos, that's 33% for Western Nebraska. 7 of 27 on threes for